Out the slums of the motherfucking Northwest, making their way through the cities in the forest. Y'all now tuned to the Jeff and Greg podcast. This shit like a log from a dog's ass. So drink your box of cheap beer till you so trash. You drop the laugh and shit your pants, and that's a known fact. Greg might be on some magic mushrooms, he got no class. So when Jeff the pole is feel, and obviously he ain't got no gas. Go past the gold hash, cause laughs is in the forecast. More beer, get more smashed than clean talk at the doormat. Grab your popcorn, funny rings, and an egg roll. Tell us spreading legs, ho, I love the Jeff and Greg From the IDA, ho, it'll help you with your day, bro. Hanging with Joe's sponsor, Jeff is whiter than that yayo. But rather, there's some Legos, got some crazy shit to say, though. Custom like they bosses, took them off the fucking payroll. Some call it a garage, but we call it the sarcophagus. Comedy kings, drinking beer, sitting around just talking shit. Jeff and Greg snatching confidence out your consciousness. Listen close and get off all these thoughts from this, I promise this.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
What's up?
Damn.
What's up, everybody? We're back.
Jeff and Greg podcast, episode 76, motherfuckers.
Episode 76. Greg, it's the summertime,
Yeah.
and we're doing 2 weeks in a row.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't even realize we're on a roll now. 2 weeks in a row in the summertime?
That's pretty sad.
That's pretty crazy shit
It
right
doesn't
now.
usually happen in the summertime. Anyway, what's up, everybody? We're back live in Grey Bush Studios. You want to keep going?
What?
There it is.
There it is.
It's so much better.
What?
The AC.
Can't hear you. The AC was too loud.
It wasn't recording. I promise.
Oh, cool. Can we start over?
No.
Oh.
All right. What episode did you say this was?
This is episode 76
Oh yeah.
of the Jeff and Greg podcast.
Thanks
Yeah.
for clearing that up.
You're welcome.
Now, what's up, man? How's it been going?
You know, it's
What's
been
up?
going good, dude. Just been working, bro. You know?
Is that it?
What about you, bro?
No,
What
it's
do you-
good. So we've got. I'm just gonna skip all that
Okay, good.
because it's
Not
not
really
it's not going anywhere. it's
Good.
it's like you just met me and we're like, hey, how are you today?
Episode 76, we're still flirting with each other.
Yeah.
There we
We
go.
haven't got all the way down to it yet.
Yeah.
So
that,
if you don't know by now, we have a special guest,
that
John.
Let's just say guest. I don't think there's anything special about it.
No?
Just the fact that I'm here. I mean, I guess that's special. Thank
No,
you.
I think
Very
it's pretty
special.
special.
it's been a long time
feel
in the
like
making.
special.
We've been talking about it for a
Right.
long time.
Right?
Been talking about it for like a year.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah. It's been a long time, dude.
But it's going down
Been
tonight.
hearing your name being dropped a long time, my friend.
Right? And I apologize, but, you know, life happens and I get stuck doing something.
No, yeah, man.
No, we know all about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So John is used to be a neighbor of mine back in the old days.
Back in the
Long-
70s, right?
long time.
Yeah.
Back in 76, man.
Yeah.
way
Way back in the
Way
day.
back.
way back then when we were
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
When we lived in the hood.
Yeah.
Legitimately the
He knew your
hood.
dad.
It actually
Real
was
well.
in the hood. Yeah. So yeah, he was interested in seeing what the old
What the
podcast
old
is all
Grey
about.
Bush Stew is about, huh?
yeah.
Right?
So
Indeed. Very interested.
Yeah,
here we
man.
are.
I listen to podcasts a lot, but it's nice to know someone who actually is doing one.
Right. It is
know?
fun, man.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun doing this. And,
Yeah, we're working on 10 years. 10
Yeah,
years
man.
and
10 years.
Yeah, because
10 long, excruciating years.
It feels like 27. In March, it'll be March 10th. It'll be 10 years.
10 years in dog years, though, it's like just forever old.
right.
We're all about to die. We're 70 years. Like, ugh, grizzled old men just podcasting. That's what they don't tell you about the podcast industry. It ages you.
Except the technology will have changed so much, but we'll still be using the same fucking laptop that we've been using for 10 years. Like, I swear to God, I'll make it work, Greg.
It'll work one more time.
And you got like a special fucking tap with a hammer, and then like you fucking bounce it off your knee or some shit and you get
Yeah.
it to work.
And we're blowing in
You're
it.
doing it wrong. God damn it, Greg. Leave it alone. Just let me do it.
This laptop's been through some shit, man.
It's got thrown up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I barfed right onto it.
I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
actually.
we did. That's so weird.
Yeah. we were taking shots of tequila. Just for everybody who might not have heard,
The references.
we were taking shots of tequila one night.
Yep.
And he was like, I can't do tequila unless I have limes. And I didn't have limes. I was like, man up.
You're like, I got lime juice.
It's like, man up.
You
Just
like have one of those limes with the juice in it. I was like, that's not gonna work. You fucking.
So anyway, he takes this. We slam this shot of tequila.
Yeah.
And maybe a 3 count, and he projectile vomits across the table onto my face and just all over everything. It was,
I tried to warn him, man.
Problem number 1 is always tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila does not mix well with anything at all. Tequila is bad news.
Yeah.
They say that as a guy who has a wife who can drink tequila like water.
Right.
Never been able to, though. It's the second, if a drink requires training wheels, i.e. salt and lime,
Yeah.
I don't think you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stay away from it, man.
Right?
I
It's
stay-
bad news.
For the most part, I stay away from it.
It's bad news for me, too.
for the most part.
Yeah.
For the fully, totally.
I don't know what. It's weird because I used to take tequila shots like it was water, and I never had a problem with it. But for some reason, like I had one too many, and my body's like, no more.
No more, bro.
You cannot do any more of these shots without repercussion. And now every time, it doesn't matter if I only have one little shot of tequila. If I don't have a fucking lime to trick my body into be like, that wasn't tequila.
You barf
You're
it up immediately.
fucked. Yeah. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
literally
I experienced
fucked.
that firsthand.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you fucking did.
I have puked on numerous amounts of liquors, but vodka?
Yeah. Was it worst?
No, the vodka, yeah, that's the one that got me for a long time.
Really?
Yep.
Did you not drink vodka for a long time?
I hadn't drank vodka since 94, the year I graduated from high school.
Right.
I'm 42 now.
Yeah.
I just started drinking vodka again last
Holy
year.
shit. That's what me and like Jack Daniels. I cannot drink Jack at all. I
Oh,
will not
no.
touch Jack because on my 21st birthday, we went out. It was a fucking Sunday, first off, and nobody was doing shit, but they were like, you gotta go drinking. So, I was in the Navy. Everybody's like, we're fucking getting you fucked. I was so goddamn fucking trash, dude.
Right.
Every fucking time I would take a drink of water the next day, I would just throw it up.
Oh, yeah.
I've
been there.
I threw up a bunch of fucking Chinese food I ate earlier, and I
Nice.
don't remember even eating the Chinese food.
Well,
And
You
it
do
looked,
that a lot.
it came back up looking just like what I fucking ate. I was like, huh, this is Chinese food. Like, it's crazy.
oh, was that my phone beeping in the background?
You
I can turn that off.
motherfucker.
God,
You're fired, man.
That's a rookie move.
Rookie,
that is a rookie.
rookie fucking move.
God damn,
It's
you invite
alright.
me down, I embarrass myself.
It is
already.
just fine. We don't really have any rules down here.
Except for there is no rules.
But this is now Fight Club? Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, you don't need to do that, man. All right.
Oh.
Jesus.
I thought you said fuck club.
Oh, yeah. It
Fuck
is.
Club?
Yeah. We just roll back the swing back there. And
Oh, that's what the curtain's for.
Yeah.
It hides
Yeah,
everything
it
back
just,
there.
Yeah.
It
Sweet.
just hides all the really
it's all
sick
like the
shit.
bondage shit and fucking.
Right, like that cross thing they set
Yeah.
up, they can get your hands and legs onto.
Oh wow, man.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah. No.
You got one in your house, huh?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I need an extra bedroom. My kid keeps asking about it.
What's in there, Dad? It's how you were made, Johnny. Don't
That's
worry
Mom
about
and
it.
Dad's toys. Your toys out back with the swing. I guess I got a swing in my room too, so I
Oh,
guess
see?
we all have swings.
Swings for
I don't know.
everyone.
Did you check out that movie preview I sent you the other day about that?
Good
what's it
Boys?
called? Good Boys.
Yeah.
Have you seen that yet?
Have you seen the
Which
trailer
one is
for
it?
Good
It's
Boys?
there's a new movie, a Seth Rogen movie coming out called Good Boys.
I have not seen that yet.
I'm gonna send you the link to it. It looks like it might be the funniest movie I've ever seen.
looks fucking good,
It looks
dude.
so good.
And this has got Seth Rogen in it.
I think he
I think he
might
just
be
directed
the
it. Yeah, I think he just
director
directed it.
of
I don't
Okay.
know if he's actually in it or not, but
Yeah.
Because oddly enough, I just watched that Observe and Report today.
oh yeah, that's
that
an old movie.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Yeah,
There wasn't anything good about it.
yeah.
He's got a lot of turds, like movie
He does
wise.
have some
He has a
turds.
lot
He
of
does.
pieces
Right.
of shit.
But he has some
but
gems,
the ones
dude.
that are good are fucking good.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. What's the one he does that's Christmas? Him and his friends all get the sweaters and go out one last Christmas night.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's like.
Oh, that movie cracked me up. They go find the ultimate rave party. They do drugs along the way. The one guy plays kind of like the I'm going to guide you there. It was a great movie, and it was very low. It's got the kid from Batman. He's got like 5 names. Jordan Hewitt Clevin Lacey Steve something or other.
Oh, are you talking about the Lex Luthor guy from Batman? That guy? That kid?
Did he play Lex Luthor?
Wasn't he?
No, he was not the kid. He was a cop.
Are you talking about like?
I'm talking the good Batmans that had.
Oh, not Ben Affleck. Batman.
Not Ben Affleck Batmans.
Okay,
We
okay.
don't count that.
Is it This Is the End?
Because that wasn't Christmas, though, was it?
Is it This Is the End? I'm trying to think.
It says, in Hollywood, actor James Franco was throwing a party with a slew of his celebrity pals.
No, that one's completely different because
But
they
that
all
one's
play
good.
themselves.
Yeah.
That one's good too.
That
Once
one
again,
is good, yeah.
That's when the end of the world happens and they're
Yeah.
all at a party.
Yep.
Oh, the night before.
The night before, there you go.
I've never seen that one.
Dude, it's actually quite funny.
Really?
It's actually quite funny. It's good. They all start out as kids. His dad,
Oh,
Gordon
maybe I did
Joseph
see that one.
Levitt's
Maybe.
parents die,
yeah.
so they all
Okay.
kind of raise him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an absolutely great.
I think
They're
I have
searching
seen
for
that.
the Nutcracker ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they find it finally, right? Yeah.
Looks funny. Yeah, so yeah, check out the trailer for Good Boys. It looks
Good Boys.
It looks so good. Yeah, maybe remind me before you leave. Maybe we'll just watch it before.
Did you just speaking of trailers? Because the last one I watched was the one for the the new upcoming. No.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Maverick.
Could they not make another preview to show this movie that is nothing but a copy of the first movie?
Right.
I was like, so are they just remaking it and they're all old people now? What's going on
It's
here?
all the same people.
Yeah.
This is what I.
Tom Cruise is only
made me
aged
laugh
a year
about
or
it.
two, though.
No, his face looks wrinkly as fuck. in
No,
this
dude,
movie.
he
Yeah.
just
He looks
looks
old
old.
as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when a few weeks ago when that came out that Justin Bieber challenged him to a fight.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, "Oh, Tom Cruise would kick Justin Bieber's ass," and like he still looks young as shit.
Yeah.
And then so when I saw this new trailer,
Yeah.
like his face looks like he's been.
He looks
through
like
some
he's
shit.
76.
He looks old, bro.
He looks like he smoked a pack of cigarettes every day of his life for fucking
But
40
it looks.
years.
I thought it was funny because it's like you said, it's the same people. They're
Yeah.
just 25 years older.
And
Right.
they're the exact same screenshots from the original trailer.
Right.
Yeah, the sand volleyball
Yeah, right.
jeans and all that
Yeah.
shit.
Him riding his motorcycle,
Yeah.
chasing an airplane,
Yeah.
thinking he's cool.
And the
Yeah.
guy's like, Maverick, you've been in the same fucking job for 20 years. How come you're not moving up?
Yeah.
And he's like, like flying jets and shit. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I just like being Maverick. They need to make another movie.
They need to make a movie and then I'll move
Oh,
on.
fuck.
I can't wait to see how they roll old Iceman in. Isn't he all fat and out of shape now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Val
he still?
Kilmer?
Yeah.
Val
Is he
Kilmer.
still?
Val Kilmer,
is
yeah.
he still?
I think he's
fucking-
sick, though. I think he's.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does he have
but
cancer or
he's
some
all,
shit?
I don't know.
That's
Whatever the
fucked
new
up.
hip thing is to have, I'm sure he's got. But that guy lost himself in the island of Dr. Moreau.
But you know what though?
People-
Fucking good for him,
people
man, because he
bummed
doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
You never hear shit about him.
He looks like
he's
Fat
living
Thor
his. Yeah, he's like doing whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Oh, he's living fat off the
Yeah.
hog,
Yeah.
literally. I mean, and good for him. That's
Yeah,
what you
good
do.
for fucking him.
That's what you do your job for.
dude. Yep.
You don't
Man.
have to keep going.
Wasn't
until-
he in Willow?
Yes, he was. Mad Mardigan.
Probably the fucking best movie
Ever.
ever.
Yep.
Besides, like, goddamn, like, Matrix. Matrix is so fucking good.
The first one.
Yes, the
But
first
yeah,
one.
no, he was Mad Mardigan and Willow.
Yep.
Out of my way, Peck. That was the line. And
Yep.
he was stuck in the cage.
Yep.
Love that guy. Always
yeah.
have. Loved everything he was
Yeah.
in. One of my favorite movies ever growing up was.
Oh, and it fucking holds up, dude.
Dude.
It
to the
fucking
test
holds
of
up,
time.
like-
to the test of time.
Like, holy shit, for real? Like, the claymation or whatever they fucking used
Oh, yeah.
for that fucking
Yeah.
dragon thing?
The
Like,
castle scenes.
Okay.
Didn't mean to cut you
Yeah.
off.
No,
The
dude.
castle scenes.
Yeah.
That is actually an oil painted castle
Yeah.
set to a background, and it
Right.
still looks legit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it
I
fucking
mean-
held up.
Yeah, it does. And to this day, and I still make my kids watch it. And
Yeah.
they're like, why? And one day they're just all going to be like, that is a great movie.
Yeah. One day.
One day.
Yeah.
Hopefully before they move out of my house and
Right.
I don't have to hear them again, but
Too
they'll
many.
realize
Too
it.
much YouTube now. Nowadays, people are like, "Oh, I can't watch anything that's fucking more than 5 minutes long."
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Everything
know,
has to be cut and chopped and fucking ready to go. It's like Jesus,
Yeah.
dude.
I sit down sometimes and occasionally I'll bust this down really quick as being the guest. So Jeff and I have known each other since I had my first kid, really.
Right.
He was my neighbor. Been married 16 years going on now. I have a 14-year-old, I have an 11-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old daughter. 14-year-old is dumb as shit. He's a 14-year-old.
Right.
Love him to death. He makes good choices, though. That's the good thing. The
Yeah.
9-year-old we'll talk about. Or the 9-year-old is my daughter, and she's my daughter, so of course nothing ever goes wrong.
Right.
It's my 11-year-old.
Right.
He's the kid I got to worry about. But he's the one that's into all that, like the old school styles of animation, the old
Right.
school building this, the old school doing that. I don't even remember where we're going with this whole thing.
Right. Right.
I got off on a tangent, but he's the one that appreciates like the way that it was back in the day.
Right,
Return
right,
of the Jedi to him, one of the most amazing feats in the
Yeah.
world.
Right.
Which when we saw it, we were all kids. We were all like, well, yeah, that was awesome. That
Yeah.
was great.
I remember watching it, and I
Yeah.
never got the opportunity to see it in theaters or anything like that. But I just remember one day we were flipping through, like actually flipping the knob on the TV,
Tick, tick.
like click, 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 and
Yep.
I think we had 13 fucking channels or some shit, and
It-
just on one of them that was on, and they happened to be fucking like doing some fucking lightsaber thing,
Right.
and that's where it stopped, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
You know?
Right. Eye-opening.
Yeah.
Now-
It changed the whole game, dude.
It did. It
It
does.
changed
And
the
then you
whole
watch the
fucking
new
game.
stuff, and this
Yeah.
is my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
the new stuff just might as well have been a cartoon.
Yeah.
I probably would have liked it if the whole thing was animated versus what they did.
Yeah. I actually liked, I'm going to take a lot of heat, but I'm just a nut for Star Wars, so I liked them both. I think they went a couple directions I wouldn't have gone.
Which
Didn't
which
they?
ones? You say both.
Well, yeah, I guess
Are you talking?
I
are
liked
we
all
talking,
I liked all the ones with, except for there's certain parts of I don't want to turn this into a movie rant, but I think there's good shit in all of them.
Right. No, and I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah.
I agree.
I think there's some bad shit in some of them too, and especially in the newest ones. I'm just gonna say the second one kind of took some turns that didn't need to happen,
See,
and they didn't
and-
explain a lot of shit. And-
Now, the ones that came out when they did the first three with
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen, I
Right.
thought those pretty much were all crap.
Yeah.
Still love the storyline, and I love the fact that you go to watch Darth Vader turn into Darth Vader.
right.
But the newer ones I actually kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I like all of them. Like I said,
Yeah.
for the most part, and even like the newest ones a lot. That first one was really good. Just a Star Wars nut. He fucking loves Star
Oh,
Wars.
you're talking to the guy that's wearing
Oh, is that
Oh,
is that
it's
when he
Jeff Bord.
dies? Is that when he dies? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, go on, man.
No, just
Go on.
saying.
No, yeah, let's move on because Jeff's bored.
Is this Jeff saying that he does not like the new stuff?
He hasn't seen an episode of Star Wars
Ever?
ever.
Is he a Star Trek guy? Is he one
No,
of
he's not any of that.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just.
Are
He
you
likes
just
the
not
Real
a
I didn't-
Housewives of Miami or some shit.
I didn't
like that.
watch. I didn't watch a lot of movies back when I was a kid. I guess I missed out on a lot of stuff that everyone's.
You didn't
into.
watch any of the Indiana Joneses?
No.
He hasn't ever watched any of those.
Nope.
He's never seen a Matrix.
Nope.
He's never seen a Matrix. He's never seen.
He's never seen Star Wars.
You can pretty much name any of them.
Willow.
I've seen Willow.
Oh, did you
Better
like
have
Willow?
seen Willow.
Yeah, I've seen Willow.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you never
Remember?
saw-
Remember he used to work with us at Coke.
Yeah, dude. I remember that.
He didn't like that nickname for some reason.
Oh, I wonder why.
Oh dear God.
Poor little guy.
There's this tiny little dude that he worked with us for a little bit, and he earned the nickname Willow. And
Yeah. He was a
some
Golden
reason-
Gloves boxer, he
For
said.
some reason, he didn't like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Willow Elf
Would he
Creek.
get it mad and you just push him over, or was that like it's okay, Willow, calm down?
He told everybody that he was a Golden Gloves boxer, and
Yeah.
one of our buddies was like, "Hey, I'll spar with you," and he took that as a threat and like went and tattled on him and said that he threatened to beat him up. And
Yeah.
he didn't last very long though.
The thing is, you could like just walk at a normal pace, and he would just like he wouldn't be able to keep up with you. His little tiny legs, So you could just, if you really pissed him off, you could just swiftly walk and then you just outpace him. You would never have to worry about it.
Now I have to ask. It's been a while. Is this at that place? I don't know
Yeah.
if I can say
Yeah.
that word out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was one thing. Like so, with me looking into starting one of these podcasts,
Yeah.
I was specifically told by my company I could not bring up my company.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah, it's one of those fun things.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you stories all day long about it. I'll tell you about the kid eventually that I had to fire not too long ago, which is a good story.
Right.
But yeah, was this at Coke? Why is somebody of that short of a stature working in a warehouse like that?
Oh, he wasn't in the warehouse.
He
Oh,
was,
No,
he
he was
was
driving. Yeah.
He was a
yeah.
truck driver.
He was a truck driver.
Really?
That dude could drive a truck, from what I understand.
Do they just kind of balance on the wheel and rotate their body around? Who
No
runs the
idea
gas
how it
pedal?
worked. I think he had like
I'm not
huge.
I never
He had
checked
those
out.
like ABC blocks taped to his shoes,
Right?
and he could just.
Right?
That's how he did it.
Short round from Indiana. Oh wait, you never saw Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I
you don't know who
I
short round
what
is.
that means. No.
Dr. Jones.
So, Greg,
Yeah.
we got a new addition to our house in the last week. I don't think we've talked about it yet. I actually got it a couple of weeks ago, but I got it all hooked up last last Saturday.
Oh yeah, the total
Yeah.
washlet.
Yeah.
The washlet 3000.
Fuck
right?
yeah, bro.
How is it? Does it spray water cleanly up your asshole?
So I got me a $50 Amazon gift card from work.
Wait, tell me about
And
the
it was-
adjustments.
It was sitting on
Did
it
you-
was sitting on
Wait,
my
wait, wait,
Amazon
wait.
account for a while.
Did it like accidentally shoot into your butt like all the way? Like,
Hey, I'll get all
do
the
you
way
have to?
into it.
How do you adjust it? Like,
I'll get all the way into it. Hold on.
I bet you got all the way.
So I
into
ordered
it.
myself
I bet
one
it
of
got all the
those
way into you.
one of those bidets that you just hook up to your toilet yourself.
Oh, dear
and
God.
you just tap it into your water line.
Yeah.
Tap it in.
Yeah, you tap. Emphasis
yeah.
on
the
tap
water
it
line
in.
taps into you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay.
So it's pretty awesome, Greg. So I hooked it up. The first thing I did was called my wife in, and I made her take the maiden voyage.
Holy shit.
So I shut the door. I gave her the respect
Right.
of getting on the other side of the door
Right.
with my ear to it,
Right.
and she wasn't impressed
No.
at all.
No.
She didn't like it. She did not like it, and so I was chomping at the bit.
Is
Yeah.
it like something that's not automatic? Then do you have to push a button or what?
Nah, it's got a dial,
Yeah.
like off, and then it slowly. The
Oh, okay.
further you turn it,
Right.
the higher
The pressure gets.
velocity.
Oh, okay.
The higher
Have you played with the
PSI,
higher?
if you
Have you
will.
played with the highest PSI?
Oh yeah, I have. I sure have.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are we talking 10 out of 10 on this bitch or what?
You could use it to peel paint off of something if you needed to.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Oh wow.
It's
got some high pressure on it then, huh?
yeah. You could eat a meal off of my butthole when I'm done.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. You usually don't care.
No, I don't. Really. All the corn I can eat usually.
No, so yeah, it's. I don't know. There was definitely some science that went into manufacturing this thing because there's not a lot of technology to it.
Right.
The little nozzle pops down when you turn it. When you turn it on, this
Right.
little nozzle pops down, and then just starts shooting up.
Right.
And you would think it has a laser sight on it because it hits you right in the butthole every time.
Really?
It's aimed perfectly. And so I have 5 kids.
Right.
We made every one of them give it a shot.
Really?
We made every one of them give it a whirl.
Nice.
Yeah. And we sat outside of the door with the ear to it,
Yeah.
listening. I'm going to say 3 of them were, I had to threaten them with, they
Yeah.
didn't want to do it.
Right.
That's not child abuse, is it?
No.
I didn't watch. Or
Right,
anything.
right.
So 3 of them were like, no, that's stupid. I don't want to do that.
Right.
And they did it anyway. 2 of them, I think they might like it a little too much.
Yeah.
Like I get home from work and they're like, they were doing it all day. Steve was in the bathroom like 4 times. Like, no, they're not discovering some
New thing.
new thing.
Yeah,
man,
right.
But yeah, man, it
Really?
yeah.
Clean buttholes all around.
John's like, wow.
We went from movie conversations to butthole conversations.
Yeah.
So
We'll
was
come back around
Oh, yeah.
several times.
right, but hey, I don't mind a good bidet. I don't mind a good washing down. I
I've
think
never
I was,
sat on a bidet. Oh wait, I have once. One time. But I had no idea what the fuck it was. Not a fucking clue.
So I've been in like hotel rooms that have like
Right.
the bidet there,
Right.
and I've messed with it and turned it on, and it looks like just a little water fountain, like a gentle little water fountain.
Yeah.
That's not what this is.
no.
This is like a pressure washer.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That-
So are you digging it then or what?
yeah, man.
Like how much are you liking it?
What do you want? How do you want? How
Like,
how
do
do you
you get
supposed to
erect
measure?
every time? Do you finish?
A little bit of a half chub.
Well, I do
you
every
get a
time I
full-
take a shit anyway.
Oh, you really do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't everybody?
No,
I thought
man.
that's how you get the shit out.
Well, here's my question.
Leverage. You're like, ugh.
Right, man. I got 2 fingers, make a hook. It just goes. Here's my question, though, is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know if it's one of those things that, like, I get out of the shower and I take a shit, I got to shower all over again. Aren't you just getting your asshole wet? Doesn't it fucking stay wet all day? Or you got, like, a special towel?
That is a fair question. So you just get a little. I just get a little, a couple of squares of TP and just give it a dab.
Dude, you'd have to
Okay,
have,
but
like,
wait.
6.
Yeah, but doesn't like the
TP
TP get all
breaks
wet and
apart,
then it gets
right?
all fucking.
no,
Thank
no, no,
you.
no, no, no.
What?
No, I don't know what you're picturing.
That's
I'm
water
picturing a
pouring.
fountain of water shoved up your ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
It shoots you right in
Well
your.
said, John. Well
Thank
said.
you. You're welcome.
It power cleans your butthole.
Okay.
Power cleans.
Yeah, and then you just dab it off a little. It's not like fucking
just-
everywhere.
Dab it off a little.
You stand up and you go, oh, my butt is so good right now.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit's gone.
Yeah, you just dab, bro.
I
all
think
you
we're
do.
sitting on the same spot, though.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I tried. I had to pat fish dry with toilet paper in order to cook dinner the other night. Toilet paper just breaks apart as soon as water hits it.
I don't know.
See, I think it just needs to have a blower function, like when you're done washing your car. The
Now-
little things, the blowers that do this number
Now,
to
what
dry
I'll
your
say
car off.
about-
You need one that does your butthole.
Right. The model that I bought
Right.
was it was like $50.
Okay. Is that the
They're-
base model?
It must be the base model because they go up to like 200.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
you can get them with the hot water function.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're talking cold tap water right from
Yeah. Right
wherever.
from Jesus.
Sure.
Yeah, right from heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, it
right from
feels
the
like it.
Alps. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sending that poop straight to hell.
So I think that's what my wife doesn't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's ice water?
Right.
But
Look, you
what
wanna
about
make a
on a
woman
hot
happy
summer
in
day
any way.
when you got that swamp ass going?
Right.
Just go in
There's
there and
the-
just spray it off.
Look, see, I think that's the great thing. It's
Yeah.
like getting rid of swamp ass. It's
Yeah.
probably perfect.
Yeah, dude. I
But
bet
you're
that's
just adding more
money.
swamp ass to it,
Oh yeah. You just gotta stay in there for a while and just really air it out.
right?
Yeah. You just pull your phone out and play some Angry Birds or some shit.
Just let it
Eventually-
Just let it go.
Yeah, just let nature dry.
Has your water
ass.
bill gone up a lot?
It has, but not because of that.
So if you got the base model, the other models, they heat, they vibrate, they do what?
One
know-
actually inserts into your ass. It's like, we're gonna get your colon clean too, motherfucker.
This is where alien technology comes in,
Oh yeah, that's why everybody's so excited to rate Area
Probes
51.
you and
right?
Area 51, bro.
it gives you a coffee enema. No, it. You know what? I think they have the hot water.
Right.
There's got to be something with a blast of air or something. I bet.
Right,
Or
I
a
bet.
fan at least.
Midget,
I
I
didn't.
wonder how that even works.
willow
So
up
weird.
there just drying it, patting
Yeah,
it dry. with
willows
some
up there
TP.
just blowing on your butthole. You're good.
Just talking to you.
You know I was a Golden Glove boxer. Shut the fuck up.
This one time I fought Mad Mardigan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. So
So you're liking it then?
yes. My wife was not happy with my purchase. She's like, there's a lot of other shit on our wish list that you could have bought with that $50.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that.
Like what? What else?
but that's what I wanted.
It was my 50. I got it from work.
Yeah. And then I bought her like because we have multiple large fish tanks.
Right.
And when we go on a trip or something, we always have to have somebody come over to feed
Oh,
the fish.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
bought one of those automatic fish feeders. It's got a timer. It just it just dumps food in
Oh,
for you.
cool. That's cool.
So I got one of those too.
How
That's
well's
good.
that working? The fish seem to be thriving. That brainiac thing you got sitting out there in the tank.
Right.
That's Klaus. Yeah,
Yeah.
Klaus. It's even a good name for him.
yeah Klaus,
Klaus.
the flower horn. Yeah, he's an impressive specimen.
I will agree with that, and I have got nothing else to say. That fish is like almost what nightmares are made of.
Yeah, when my son got him, the tank was getting dropped off and all this stuff, and we weren't at home. He's like, oh, they're bringing the tank and the fish over now, And so we came home and I saw the size of that tank. I was like, Jesus, I don't have anywhere to put that.
Right.
So like in 15 minutes, I had to build that stand thing real quick. And,
Right.
and then I'm like, where's this fish at that's supposed to go in this thing? And they had a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
Of course.
And so I go to look in there and I'm thinking I'm going to find like, like a palm-sized fish. And I see that fucking beast. I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
How
man?
long have you had that fish?
We've had him for about a year, a little over a year.
Yeah.
Dear God, so he probably wasn't much smaller than he is now, but a little bit.
Yeah. He's grown quite a bit in that year. They said I think he was already 2 years old when we got him.
And then,
Right.
from what I understand, because you kind of said it, this is not a fish that's in the wild. This
No.
is something that is bred.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make these.
They make these,
Yeah.
and it's a freshwater fish or a saltwater fish.
It's a freshwater tropical fish, so it has to be like pretty hot
Perfect
water.
temperature. We were talking temperature 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Will it eat fingers or small children?
It bites, yeah.
Wow.
He's mean as shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if you stick your hand on one side of the tank, he'll swim across and slam into the glass. Like you can hear it like dunk. That's why he's so aggressive. They say with that kind of fish not to put any decorations
Anything
there.
in it, just
no
leave
decorations,
it
just
alone.
leave it a plain tank. So
Awesome.
because he just slams into everything,
Science at
fuck
its
up that
best
big
right there.
weird head thing he's got going.
Yeah,
on.
what is going on up there? Is that actual legit brain? Is he Megamind?
I think so. Yeah, it's actually called a cock. KOK.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
So
his
not
cock.
actually
He's-
like.
He's got a big fat cock.
Could you imagine that? A
It
fish
is.
just swimming around with a big cock.
his cock has a belly
his
on
head,
it. Yeah.
just dangling out like dangling to try and get other things to come in so
the
he can eat.
cockfish.
Big cockfish,
They have those cockfish. They're out there.
cuttlefish.
Yeah. They dangle little lights or some shit. They look
Right,
like,
right.
They look like dicks with lights in the front.
Greg loves cockfish.
I do.
Cockfish.
Cockfish are really delicious.
You find all your cockfish on Grinder?
Is that even still a thing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look them up. Grinder.
I actually a couple weeks ago I was bored and I was thinking about making a
Grinder app?
Grinder profile, but using your picture and all your
Oh,
information.
that would have been the perfect shit.
You just got all these dudes hitting you up like, hey, meet me at that park by the river.
Oh my God! Not to even interrupt on that, but you brought it up. So why I was running late? I am officiating a wedding this weekend for 2 lesbians. I'm just gonna say it. They're 2 lesbians.
Right.
Great. Nobody would do it for them.
What?
And it's not.
weird.
No, don't take it bad. The people that would do it for them. I mean, we're talking July wedding times.
All right.
So everybody was busy and everybody
busy,
else
yeah.
was religious. So they were like, no, we can't do that. So
Right.
friend of mine that I know called me, asked me if I would do this. Fine, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
That doesn't bother me one bit at all. But so the park is called Friendship Park now. It used to be Sportsman's when we were growing up. I went down there to meet him, and I got there before everybody else because, God forbid one woman's late. You got 2 women getting married. They're going to be fucking twice as late.
Right.
So I'm walking around the park, and it dawns on me at one point.
This is
I'm up by the bathrooms. I'm waiting for them to get there. Oh my God, there's a lot of guys looking at me like, hey, what are you doing here, man? Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't even think about it until later. I was like, oh my God, all these guys were asking me what I was doing here. And they wanted to do a little, butt poking because I was hanging out by the bathroom. I didn't even think about it. Yeah,
Well,
That's still a thing?
when I was a
Oh, yeah.
teenager. When I was a teenager, this is funny. Like I grew up LDS. My
Right.
parents were LDS.
Yeah,
When
go
I was
team.
a teenager, my dad and I were at the Greenbelt doing something, and we were over in that area. And my Mormon dad was like, "Oh, they call that fag park." Like back before it was before the F word was a bad word.
Right.
My dad told me, "Oh, that's fag park." I was
Yep.
like, "Oh, okay."
So,
It must be still a thing there.
Where's that at?
so
Where? It's by the river?
Give me the GPS.
I need to know.
coordinates.
I need to know where it's at right now.
you being around as long as I've been around in this town,
Yes.
you got 2 things. So let's say you're coming across the Broadway Bridge. If you turn, there's the road that goes down by the river that is now. Was it Memorial?
Give me
No.
some landmarks, man.
Key Bank on the corner.
Okay.
You know where
Sportsman's Park, where they rebuilt the old bridge.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a walking bridge now,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like the old railroad bridge.
Right.
Okay, that is now called Friendship Park.
Okay.
It's where all the Chinese statues are.
Okay.
Growing up in that town, it was called Sportsman's.
Right.
where we all used to hang out, and
Fuck.
I can't say that, but I had nailed a couple of ladies down there, I'm sure. It's where we all used to play hacky sack and do hippie things. Can I just flat out say smoke weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if I ask dumb questions like that. So that's where we all used to meet and go. And then down the street from that is the Idaho Arts Center.
Right.
That park is what we knew as Fag Park.
Right.
If you backed into a parking
Yeah,
spot, it meant
I
you
bet.
were looking
Yeah.
for something. Well, one of my best friends to this day, he's from Florida, and he used to come out and visit his mom all the time. And I pretty much, all we did was drive around and get high.
Right.
Well, when we were low on weed and we didn't want to smoke pot with all of our friends down at the other park,
Right.
we would go to this other park and pull in backwards so we could see if cops drove by.
Right.
Had no idea we were two guys sitting in the park, pulled in backwards,
Yeah.
smoking pot.
Right.
And guys would come by and be like, "Oh, there's two guys in that car." They would never bother us because they thought we already hooked up.
Oh, right,
and
right.
that was called Fag Park.
Yeah.
It's still a great park to this day. It's always open for business. I don't know. It's great, but it is. It was Fag Park growing up because that's where everybody met to fuck in the bathrooms.
I just realized. I just figured out the perfect way to tell you where it is.
Yeah.
It's like right below the water tower. And
Yep.
just,
Okay.
just,
Yep.
just back from the water tower.
Oh, all right.
Just
yeah.
a little ways.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah,
Fascinating.
Fag Park. I feel halfway bad saying that nowadays, but
Yeah.
it's what it was. And like Jeff said, his dad LDS knew it as Fag Park.
Yeah.
My parents knew it as that.
Right.
It's
We just knew it as a cool place to go smoke pot.
Yeah.
We didn't realize what we were getting ourselves into when we
Now
went down
kids just
there.
know it as Freedom Park, right? Or
No,
whatever.
Freedom's up a little bit.
Oh.
Freedom is the one that's like the Broadway Bridge when
Oh,
you
right.
look over and there's all the cool Oriental
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
That one's now called Friendship Park, which bums me out. It's always been Sportsman's.
Right, right.
I'm not saying anything against anybody else, but Friendship Park. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah.
So Greg's gonna go down to.
I'm going down tonight.
Pull in backwards, just remember
Oh, I'm
that.
definitely-
You gotta pull in backwards.
I'm not going to be
Always.
wearing anything but leather chaps.
Oh, you're riding your bike tonight.
Yeah, dude.
aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
as I walked in.
Yeah.
Slightly impressed.
Thank you.
You bought that used?
Yeah, it's my dad's.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
who's your dad?
Rick Graham.
Sounds familiar. I'm
He's
just gonna say
he's
that.
actually the he runs a chapter now.
And he hangs out at Fag Park.
A lot.
right
all the
in his
time.
leathers.
Yeah, only
I
only in leathers.
you know what's funny is I saw him there the other day, and I was just driving by.
Was he pulled in backwards?
He was he was out in the grass,
Oh.
and he was doing the down dog.
Downward dog?
Like, yeah, I was like, why is he doing yoga? And now I get it.
Now it
He was
makes
just in a
sense.
pose.
Stretching it. Dad, I can't imagine my dad doing yoga. Fucking first off. He's like,
But you
yeah,
can
gotta
imagine
get this
your-
yoga.
You can imagine your dad doing anal. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He's like, I cannot picture him doing any yoga moves,
Yeah.
but I can definitely see him getting butt
Any
fucked.
kind of exercise? Nah.
Nah.
But him getting fucked? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was a power bottom.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
Definitely he's power bottom. That's all he's good for. Power bottom. Love you, Dad.
Yeah, love you, Dad.
Fag.
Piece of shit.
Here's the deal. 15 years at the Harley shop.
Uh-huh.
I recognize that bike. That's why I say it.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you just called your dad a fag.
Oh, yeah.
I think I know the name. I know the bike.
Yeah.
It's a good bike. What do you think about it? 'Cause
I love
it's
it, dude.
It's a newer edition.
Yeah. It's great, man.
Yeah.
He bought it in 2016.
Yep.
And holy shit, man. He put all the bells and whistles on
Oh
it,
yeah.
brother.
Yep.
And then he sold it to me for 14.
Damn, dude,
So-
you lucked out.
1 year later, in fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Because it's a Heritage, or
Yeah,
is it?
it's a Heritage.
It's a Heritage.
Yeah. It's a 103 horsepower, but with the stage 4, so it's probably like closer
Oh.
to 110.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
So
got
he
some fucking
full
kick.
on did
yeah.
some motor work. He
Yeah,
did
dude.
some
Yeah.
exhaust work. He did all sorts
Oh,
of
yeah.
things to that.
I think
You
he's,
picked it up for 14.
yeah, no shit, no shit, dude. He
Did
was
you have
my,
to pull in backwards to the park to get that?
oh
deal?
yeah, dude, definitely
Yeah.
pulled in
That's
backwards
the funny thing, though.
and forwards and sideways.
That's
I pulled
the
in
only
every
place he actually rides it to.
yeah.
He rides it there, and then he just sits.
And just
he
memory
just
of,
straddles
like,
it
yeah.
and has pictures of himself taken on it.
Yeah.
Nude.
Yeah, nude, of course.
Nude.
Tasteful.
I
all right?
take the picture.
Well, I
They're
mean,
tasteful. All right.
Yeah.
That's what
Here's
they
the
tell
great
me at
thing
least.
about chaps.
These are tasteful pictures.
Chaps, they're a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Still looks like you're wearing pants, but
Yeah.
you know everything's exposed.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
God, that's sexy.
yeah.
Man, just thinking about that makes me rock hard.
Wow.
Leather.
Leather
No.
and ass.
But see,
Leather
that's the
and
thing is, I've always wanted to get my Harley Davidson tattoo, and I haven't got it yet. I've got a couple of designs in mind, but one of them is the emblem on your tank.
Oh, nice.
The silver with the red jewel in the
Yeah.
center, just there on the forearm.
Right.
Always love that one, and the other one comes from the same style of bike, but it comes from like 1957.
Okay.
Like the logo that used to be on that bike in the 50s,
Yeah.
60s, whatever. Has always been the one. I own a Heritage. Let me rephrase that. I don't own a Heritage. My
Right.
father owned a Heritage.
Oh,
He's
okay.
been dead 8 years now. Heritage is a wonderful bike.
Yeah.
Great bike. Great, comfortable to ride around on. Not good for two people. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I love the color scheme.
Yeah.
You've got the white, which is always sexy on a bike.
Right.
You got the tealish color on
Yeah.
top of that.
Yep.
And then totally offset by that red jewel in the
Yeah.
center. It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks, man.
No, not a problem, dude.
And like I said, I got extremely lucky.
You did.
So-
You did.
No, yeah.
See, in mine, still from the generation of 2003, where I got like the tassels, like
Mm-hmm.
mine deserves to be at Fag Park.
Right.
Like, you know,
Oh,
the leather
yeah.
vest, the whole
Yeah,
nine yards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
That's when
tassels.
they cleaned it up.
Sounds
That's-
I've seen the tassels, man. I'm not a
Sounds like we
fan.
made a love connection tonight.
Love connection. I may backing into his house, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell yeah.
You don't got to back
Ooh.
in. You just got to come full front.
Oh yeah. That's what we talking about.
Right.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So Greg,
Don't
I
just
heard-
so fucking Greg me. Are we changing the subject
Yeah.
already from fag talk to
how am I supposed to segue then?
just all right?
So speaking of fags, now I read a story this week about a city in Florida that's got a homeless problem, like a pretty bad homeless problem,
Wow.
like a lot of places do.
Yeah.
And so,
It's got to be pretty bad if it's on the fucking news because LA's pretty fucking bad.
yeah, it's it doesn't matter. So there's a place, this specific place in the city in Florida is sick of dealing with the homeless people, and it's a, I can't remember what it is. It's some kind of like a music, like a concert house or some kind of shit like that.
Okay.
Anyway, it's pretty fancy place, and they're tired of the homeless people just camping out at night on front, just uglying it up, you know, shitting on the sidewalks and all
Oh
that stuff.
yeah.
So they went through and they hooked up a sound system outside of this, in this complex,
Right.
where at night after business hours they just on a loop they play that Baby Shark song
Oh yeah.
like loud to
Oh,
just
I
annoy
heard about this.
just to annoy the shit out of the homeless people, and hopefully they're hoping that will just
Right.
make them move on.
Is it working?
I don't know, man. It must be. 'cause it
That's
made the
fucking
news.
crazy, dude. That's
I-
a
It's
good
West,
idea.
it's West Palm Beach.
Just play it loud enough that people would just get pissed off. They're like, "Fuck this shit." They can't sleep.
Yeah, they
They're
can't
just
sleep,
like,
they can't do it. It's just
fuck.
annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
altogether.
banquet hall that has like weddings and
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff. Yeah,
So all night they just play Baby Shark.
yeah,
That would drive people fucking insane.
Insane.
dude. Yeah, I've heard the song only about 600 times
Because we have kids.
because of the children,
Right.
and
Yeah.
the first time I heard it, my wife had to stop me from strangling people. Like it enraged me immediately. So I had to take my my son to the DMV today
Right.
to take his driver's test,
Okay.
and I was telling him this story in line.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, this Baby Shark thing, and I remember there was another song that they mentioned in the article,
Right.
but I couldn't remember
It's
what.
like Old Town Road.
Oh God.
My son likes that song. But he's 8.
Who doesn't like that goddamn song right now?
Oh, I fucking hate it.
Oh, kill me now.
So I was telling my son, I'm like, oh, there's some other song, because it says there's two different songs that
Right.
they're playing on a loop
Right.
to keep the homeless people out, and I was like, oh, it's something about tacos, and then my 16-year-old son is like, oh, taco, like he started singing it to me. I was like, oh, you know this song.
Of course, of course.
I couldn't tell you what it is, but
Right.
I was like, oh, of course you
Yeah.
know,
Of course they
Right.
do.
you know this.
They do.
Jeez, man. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
I wonder if it works though. That's kind of. I'm like really curious to see if that actually works.
Well, I mean, they've been playing this game for years. I don't want to go off on the political government thing, but it was Saddam Hussein. They
Yeah.
cranked heavy metal and like good old classic rock
Yeah.
at his compound.
Right.
Why the hell wouldn't this work for bums? I'm
Yeah.
sure they're not as smart as a guy who runs a country.
Well, I
Right.
think didn't they do something like that in Waco, Texas too? Weren't they?
Waco, I
blasting
think they
some
blasted
music at 'em?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Walking Dead,
Oh,
or when what's his name got locked in that
Daryl
cell.
got
Daryl was
locked
locked
in
up,
the
and they
cell
just
and they kept
playing
playing
that
that song.
fucking song. I got sick of
Yeah,
it.
dude. I was
Right.
like, oh, this sucks.
My
Right.
wife, of course, Googled it
Yeah.
and then started playing it on her phone just
All
to.
the time. Yeah.
Hey, remember this motherfucker?
Every once in a while, it just goes off and you start freaking out. Yeah.
I
Jesus.
said mow the lawn. Okay,
All right, I'll
don't play
do
it
it.
again.
Yeah, no, it's a mental thing that works out very well on the edge of it as a non-violent way to get somebody to shut the fuck up.
Right. Right. Wow.
Dear God, I got a buddy right now who's drinking his heart out because he has to go to Garth Brooks tomorrow because he knows it's gonna suck.
Right.
Sorry if any of you like Garth Brooks.
I personally do not like Garth Brooks, but I heard he puts a fucking hell of a show on.
Yeah,
But he
get
had- you know,
that.
think
I
about
get
it, though.
that. He has to.
Dude, yeah. He sold out 2 shows in Boise. I mean, Boise holds 36,000 people.
Yep.
Sold
Yep.
them out in 6 minutes each.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, good for them.
Yeah. I mean,
Good
that's
for
what I'm saying. Like, people must really like him.
Well, they,
I mean, I'm not a fan personally,
no,
and I don't like that genre of music a lot.
I can't.
I mean,
say
I have listened to a few country songs that aren't bad.
right.
Like
But
Old
just
Town
when you're-
Road. Old
just when
Town
you're a
Road is
fag part.
definitely.
Dude, you just, you know,
I just back into Old Town Road, blaring, chaps,
back in chaps of flaring.
dude.
Look,
They're flaring
yeah,
for sure. They're
I don't-
flaring.
I don't have a problem with country either at
Yeah.
all, man. I got a
Yeah.
lot of country that you probably would like yourself.
Right.
I mean, I don't even want to bring the whole thing up. You guys and their strange music. I got
Right.
some strange music for
Yeah,
you to listen
yeah,
to,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is along the same lines. But I can't do the top 40 country.
No.
And he's on his way tomorrow, unfortunately. So he's tying one on to be hungover.
Right. Right.
Which I stop and look at and I go, why would you want to be hungover and miserable already to go
Right.
to that?
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Yeah. What is that? Old Town Road?
No, that's
Is that Baby Shark?
That's a little GB,
Little Garth
little
Brooks.
GB for
Oh,
Is
you.
that
it's
Garth
not Little
Brooks,
Thunder
or is
Rolls?
that his what was his other persona?
Oh, Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines.
When he tried to get crazy.
Yeah.
Right,
He had his
right,
alter
right. When
ego.
Yep. Hey, good for him. At least he had a platform to go crazy on. He still made money.
Yeah. Oh, now he's discovered social media, and so he's gone nuts in a totally different way now.
Yeah.
Because he's on Instagram and
Right.
Twitter and stuff.
Oh, so now we have to hear his viewpoint
Yeah.
once again.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of
So,
out
there's
of touch
this-
with people too. I think.
There's this podcast that we listen to. I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's a comedian named Tom Segura.
Oh,
He has
God.
a show called Your Mom's House with
Yes.
his wife Christina.
Yes, a good friend of mine who wants to join in on this whole podcast thing, and that's the other thing we're working out, is trying to figure out if we can do this together, if our timelines work. He has actually introduced me to that.
Okay,
he
yeah.
loves that
Yeah.
guy.
So they on that show, they started messing with Garth Brooks a lot because their show is really huge. Like like one of the top
Right.
podcasts in the world,
Right.
probably.
Yeah.
And so their fan base, they started fucking with Garth Brooks a lot on their show, just making fun of how he's doing all this social media stuff and his
Right.
whole Chris Gaines thing,
Right.
and so all of their followers started getting on. Every time Garth Brooks would post a picture or video, all of the fans of Your Mom's House would start like commenting on it so much, in fact, that he had to finally like be like, "What is going on? What is all of this?" What does all this stuff mean? Because it'd be like their little lines from the show
Yeah.
that
Right,
only
right.
fans of the show would get, and just asking him if his jeans were high and tight and all this stuff. just fucking with Garth Brooks so much that eventually he had to like.
He had that.
He had to
They
say
actually,
basically
he had
get
to
rid
say,
of it.
"What's this? What
Yeah.
are you guys? What is all this stuff
Yeah.
going on?"
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And so I think they've actually gotten through to him and like had a talk, like had a conversation and stuff now. But Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Did they talk to
Yeah.
him? They
think
actually
not on
you're-
the show, not on
Oh, that
the
would have been
show.
the best, dude.
But I think there's been some communication now.
Yeah.
There has to be. There's
Right.
too many people.
So I
That's
only
hilarious.
have to bring this up. How long you been around in this neck of the woods?
Since 2002.
Oh, okay. So you're. Yeah. Do you remember?
What?
Fuck
Yeah.
you then.
Fuck you then. Go
You
back
piece
to your
of
park.
shit.
Do you remember when Garth Brooks played Pocatello? Years and years and years
Oh yeah,
ago,
he was
we
there.
were kids.
Yeah, he was backing
Um,
that ass up.
I was 15.
Yeah.
Right. So talk about fucking with Garth Brooks, people. When we were kids, we had our driver's licenses. We were all old enough, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
They lined up out of a little record store, which I swear to God, if it was still here today, I would love it. But do you remember Budget Tapes and Records?
Oh yeah.
That's where they sold the tickets out of. It's now a hippie shop.
Right.
We're talking a line a mile long for people to get Garth Brooks tickets.
Wow.
Because there wasn't really internet.
There wasn't internet at this time. There
Right.
wasn't any other way that you had to go to a record store to get concerts
Right.
tickets. There wasn't Ticketmaster. There wasn't all that bullshit.
Right.
Like, old places like that had to be able to sell tickets, and that's where they sold them, was out of Budget Tapes and Records, which was like the best record shop in the world.
I
Every
wonder if
time.
they made money off that too.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got like some sort of percentage off
Right.
of every ticket sale they had.
Right.
But so me and all my friends at the time, being in the mid '90s,
Right.
we're all still. I am still at least a bunch. We're all punk rockers from
Right.
the heart, good to go,
Right.
flat country, blah blah blah.
Right.
Oh, we had a cooler full of water balloons filled with anything we could find, whether it be hot sauce, bleach, urine,
Oh,
whatever.
Jesus.
And
Oh.
we bombed that line, that Garth Brooks ticket line, with everything we had, out of the top of my 1987 Nissan Sentra with a sunroof.
Yeah.
And we got our asses chased all through the country all night long, people ready to fight. That is my experience with Garth Brooks.
Nice.
Like, that's
That
what
would
we
be a
did.
hate crime now.
It would be. It would be a hate
Can
crime.
you imagine if you hit somebody with bleach balloon and just like got in their eyes and they're like, I'm fucking
I'm
blind now.
forever. Like,
Fuck yeah.
hey, they couldn't report it that fast back then. I'm
Yeah,
sure
right?
we did. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Fucking urine. Like,
Right.
oh, that would suck.
dude, anything we could find, we were loading Tabasco into balloons and filling them full of water.
Yeah.
Everything we could on that. That's the first I've ever admitted to that story.
Really?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we
there's
got
somebody out there looking for
Don't
you.
worry
I'm
about
sure
it.
there
The
is.
mics aren't on. We're
Yeah.
just sitting here having a
This
conversation.
is all.
That's fine.
This is all allegedly.
Allegedly.
Wait, allegedly this happened.
right. I mean, but what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
else are you gonna do when it comes down to Garth Brooks people standing in line for tickets?
No, you got to do what you got to do. I agree.
Right. When was the last time you actually
Did you fill
stood
any
in
of them
line?
up with semen?
No,
water?
I don't think any of us ever took that jump. I can't.
Nobody was
speak.
patient enough.
I can't speak for the rest of the guys in the crew at that
Right.
point. I know
Tell
for a
you
fact I did not.
The second you said that you filled water balloons up with anything you can
Yep.
find, I was just about to point at you, and I was waiting. I was just waiting for you to say that. I knew it was on. I knew it was coming.
It was on deck.
I knew
You
it was.
knew it
I knew
was
it was
coming.
coming.
Oh,
I knew it was. I knew.
I like that play on words there, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you fill one up
Thanks,
with
Dad.
diarrhea? That would have been
Yeah,
good.
that would have been an interesting one, but I didn't have a balloon big enough to fit over my ass.
I think it'd be hard to fill a balloon with diarrhea. Because the balloon would try to shoot it back at you.
Right.
You
Two
know?
balloon knots fighting.
Unless two balloon knots just go
Yeah.
into war, you'd have to. You'd have to time that so well.
Oh,
Right.
You'd have to pinch the balloon off right as your asshole was done,
Yeah.
or else you'd get a.
And
It'd
you'd have
be a
to
mess,
be
bro.
Oh, there's a way to do it.
drinking some fucking goddamn.
You got the balloon knot on the balloon. You got the balloon knot on you, and you got an empty tube in between. Like,
Oh shit! I didn't think about
yeah,
that.
double dildo.
Ooh,
double
no.
ending.
A good way is those funnels. Put the over a funnel, then that's easier. You don't have to insert anything into your ass. You just put the balloon over the funnel, and then shit into the
I
funnel.
don't know. There's no pressure to fill the balloon that way.
Right.
Oh, there's enough pressure.
Okay. All right, Greg. You sent me a news story
Yeah,
tonight.
I thought
Oh
it
my
was a
God.
pretty interesting story too.
Yeah, it's
Just read the title real quick for everybody.
What to Know About Albert Flick,
Yeah, keep going.
the 77-year-old murderer.
Yep.
He was deemed too old to be violent.
Who deemed that shit? That's what I want to know.
Well, listen, let me
Okay.
read you the story.
Yeah.
After killing a mom of 2 in front of her kids,
Wow.
sounds like a stand-up kind of fella,
What's his name again?
Albert Flick.
Okay, that's why right there. His name sucks.
He's 77. After killing a mom of 2 in front of her kids, 40 years after killing his wife in a similar way.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So
that's
this
a
is-
new murder.
right. So 40 years ago, he killed his wife.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Albert Flick might spend the rest of his life in prison. He's 77.
Mm-hmm.
9 years ago, a judge said Albert Flick was too old to be dangerous. 77, yeah. That's, if,
Yeah.
You
So
just
9
think-
years ago,
you're
what
like-
is he?
you're
Like
like, hey,
70.
this guy's been in prison for a while. He's
Yeah.
77.
Yeah.
How much harm can he do?
Right.
Let's let him out.
Right.
Live out his golden years. What has he
Yeah.
got? 1 left?
Right. Right. Yeah.
So 9 years ago, a judge said Albert Flick was too old to be dangerous. He was then in his late 60s and had served more than 25 years in prison for violent crimes against women.
Wow.
First of all, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I don't care how old you are.
Right.
I'm just going to finish it up here and behind bars,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Exactly.
I don't care how old you are.
Right.
Or gentle or fucking weak.
Right.
Just die in prison.
Yeah.
Anyway, at some point, Mr. Flick is going to age out of his capacity to engage in this conduct. Maine Superior Court Justice Robert E. Crowley stated. But on Wednesday, the now 77-year-old was convicted of stabbing a woman in front of her twin sons 11 times in broad daylight.
Wow.
This was not his first murder. The first murder occurred 40 years ago when he killed his wife, when she tried to serve him with divorce papers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
How does a 70... I can see... Hold on.
Right.
I just thought of something.
Okay.
When I say a 77-year-old man, you picturing this guy. Like a
Right.
bag of skeleton
Yeah,
bones.
yeah.
Weak and shit. But who's almost fucking 77 is like all of our action heroes from the 80s.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Sylvester Stallone
Yeah.
could still fuck you up.
Oh, I'm sure he could.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But they're like sort of superhumans. This guy is a weak old bag of shit, but he had enough.
I think he
Nothing?
stalked her, though. Is what happened. He stalked her and then fucking murdered her.
Let me see if they... Trailing his next victim. In 2014, Flick ran into the woman he had last assaulted and told her, "You'll get yours." He pled guilty in violating probation. Sent back to prison until 2016. After being released, he moved to Maine, where he lived with his nephew. That's where he met the 48-year-old Kimberly Dobby at the library. Dobby and her boys lived in a shelter but were about to move. He offered to buy her sons nutritious meals. 2 days after... No. It says 2 days before Debbie died, he went to Walmart, bought 2 pink-handled paring knives for $2.24 each.
Wow.
And yeah, he trailed her from a Dunkin' Donuts to the laundromat. Dobby had just put a load of laundry in when she stepped outside to make a phone call. She was sitting on the steps talking on her cell phone while her boys played on the sidewalk, and he walked up and stabbed her 11 times.
Jesus.
Wow. That's fun. That's a good story.
Well, I just think it's ironic that the judge was like, yeah, you are too old to kill anybody.
Yeah.
So,
You old ass bitch.
get out of here,
Ain't
you
no
old-
one scared of you, you old
you old
bitch.
fuck. Jesus, dude. That judge needs to fucking, like,
And wham bam.
reevaluate his whole fucking system of beliefs.
Yep. That's crazy. So our guest left the room. I don't know if he went to
Take a shit?
drain his pisser, or
Yeah.
maybe went out for a smoke.
Maybe.
Maybe, bro. So what's up, dude? We got a guest in the studio tonight. Fucking, we're all hyped up about the show today.
Man, I want to talk a minute.
What's up?
Let's do some real talk.
Tell me, what's happening?
Keanu Reeves, bro.
Why you gotta keep?
Keanu Reeves,
Why you
bro.
gotta keep bringing up?
Good old Keanu Reeves. John, what do you think about Keanu Reeves, man? Tell me what you think.
He is, I think, one of the most amazing people in the world, period.
Oh! Snap, bro! That just happened, bro. I had a time.
He would be on my list of maybes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he's not on your list of maybes.
I literally think it would be one of those things with him, though, that, like, once you got there, it wasn't as good as you thought it was going to be.
Oh, right, of course.
It'd be slow and dumb.
Yeah, because he'd
It'd
be
be
like,
normal.
all I can think about
I wonder if he backs
is
up in
fucking
parking lots.
straws and turtles' noses and shit.
Right.
What?
He'd be like, dude, I just really wanted to get some ass, but,
Yeah.
dude, don't get all emotional on me. What are you, gay?
Yeah.
You want to cuddle afterwards? Fag.
Where are we at, Fag Park or something?
Jeez, we're dropping a lot of fag parks
I know.
and fag and all that
See,
shit.
and Anthony Bourdain,
2019, where are we, dude? It feels like we're back in 1985 or something.
Or 2016.
Yeah. Or even yesterday.
Or this morning.
Yeah. Jesus.
wow.
Where did that come from anyway? We read a news story, a news article, and you're all, what about Keanu Reeves?
It's really bugging me.
We already had the movie talk hour, okay?
Yeah, right, but fuck, man. Keanu Reeves is so cool, man. I can't believe you haven't watched like half of his movies.
I told you I've seen Point Break.
That's
And
really
Speed.
the one that matters.
That is a good one, though.
Point Break?
That really is a good one.
Point Break is amazing. Speed? Yeah.
Speed's all right.
Sandra Bullock ruined that one for me.
Did she?
Yeah, I don't want to get off. I'll go off on movies for hours and hours and
Right.
hours. But yeah, she really did. Sandra Bullock ruined that movie for me.
Wow.
Yep. Best movie Keanu Reeves was ever in? Parenthood. He was a drag car racer. It's the one where the power goes out. The kid comes out with the mom's
Oh, wow.
dildo. I don't know what's wrong with the flashlight. It just keeps vibrating. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, that's a deep dive.
Dude, it's not a deep dive for me. This shit's on my brain all the time.
Really?
Like, I love movies. Dude,
Oh,
you
okay.
want to talk
Oh,
movies?
movies. Oh, I thought you were talking about
I'll bring up
vibrators.
random facts, though, all day long.
Nice.
And then this picture keeps popping up.
We need to add more photos to our
Oh, yeah, definitely. We
our
have to
thing.
add
We're
more.
working on it.
We'll take some pictures before
Yeah,
we
we
leave.
need to remember. I keep thinking I'm going to print out something on the door that says, guests, don't leave before we take pictures because we always forget.
Right.
Greg, you know what? I just fucking forgot, bro. What do we do when we have a guest in the studio, especially a new guest that's never been here? We have a game to play.
Yeah, we have a game to play.
Yeah.
Why are we playing it right
a
now?
little game called Would You Rather.
Oh, dun dun dun. Would you rather?
So we have a couple of Would You Rather questions that we ask every single guest that comes into Grey Bush
Yeah.
Studios.
Awesome.
Every single guest.
I'm game.
And I don't think I need to tell you the rules.
Right?
It's Would You Rather.
Yeah,
You pick one or the other. There's no third option.
yeah. There's never a third option.
There's no.
Right.
There's no neither.
Yeah,
We've got that one before.
yeah. We have.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
you
would just
pick one.
say no to both. Nope.
That's not how this
No,
game
you gotta
works. You
pick
piece
one.
of shit.
I understand. I understand the rules
I
on
don't know
this.
who that was that I was being just
Right.
now.
Right.
Maybe it's a collaboration of everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, no, I'm not gonna
I'm
do
not
none of
gonna
them.
do it.
All right, so the first Would You Rather is, would you rather give the first 90% of a 5-minute blowjob,
Right. Right.
the first 90%
Right.
of a 5-minute blowjob, or the last 10%, which it comes out to about 30 seconds.
Right.
But you know what that 30 seconds contains.
No, I'll go with the first.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Whatever, dude.
The first one has pre-cum in it, so.
he always has to add that.
So,
Right before you're done, you're like, no, what was that?
oh god, which ends the part. I'm game.
You're like, oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, what the fuck?
Now, look, here's the fact. I know for a fact
Did you
I
just
can't.
premature cum in my fucking mouth?
Right?
No.
At least I can like back off and spit and be
You
offended.
said I had 30 more seconds.
But a full,
I'm not done. Get the sucking.
but the full load.
Who's next, though?
You ever eaten an oyster?
No.
That's the full load. No, I don't want it. I'd
Yeah.
rather take the little bit of juice that just dribbles off the end.
Yeah. But for 4.5 minutes, you're just like,
And dude, just really enjoying it though, huh?
I've been married 16 years. 4.5 minutes is nothing.
Yeah. Nice.
That's true.
Well, at least you were straight to the man. That was like probably the quickest.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was straight right there.
Right.
Yeah,
He
that's
did.
how that always should be.
Yeah.
Everybody should take notes right now.
A lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people
They debate it.
like. Let's
I don't know. Maybe the
Why would you debate it? There's no debating that.
that would
I
be.
didn't think so either.
Yeah,
but-
you know what? 4.5 minutes would not be fun.
right.
No.
You know, if you know, that's not. I'm not going to do that.
But I'm telling you, as soon as it hits the back of my throat, it's like V8, man. It's coming right back up.
But I guarantee you that 30 seconds is going to feel like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh fuck.
You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life.
Well, I guess the difference would be, too, do I have to look you in the eye for
Oh,
that last
yeah.
10
Yes.
seconds?
Oh,
Yeah, see,
Full
no.
eye contact.
No. I'll go with the first. I'll do the 4.5 minutes.
And the guy's holding your hair,
Yeah. Gently.
just like, or your ears if you don't have hair.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right.
thank you. Because we're like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
No. I would troop through the 4.5 minutes to not take the load in the back of the
Fuck.
threat.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen. Some people relish the thought of the last 30 seconds, though, right?
And we've had people that have picked the other
Yeah.
way.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'll take the last 30 seconds easily.
Well, now, is that guys or girls? Most of the guys are like, I'll take
Oh,
30
there's-
seconds. You're
It
like,
was
Mostly
guys,
dudes.
yeah.
Yeah, it was dudes.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's like swapping souls. I don't want anything to do with that.
We've never asked that question to a girl.
No, we haven't had any girls in here.
Well,
She'd
Well,
be
we
like,
had one.
the whole
we
thing.
had one girl in here, but
She was
She was
underage, and we felt
underage.
really weird.
yeah.
yeah, that would be awkward.
Yeah,
That
it was
would be
when we
awkward.
had the Volts in here.
No, there
Yeah.
you go.
She just sat there quietly in the corner, and
Yeah.
we're like,
Earmuffs.
And giggled every
Earmuffs.
once in a while.
we're like, are we allowed to talk like this in front of a child?
Yeah, I don't think you are.
No.
I don't
we-
blame it. We need to
No,
get you
we
some
are not.
high-class women in here.
Yeah.
You know, that are like bartenders and work at Applebee's and shit.
Oh, there we go.
Right? Those are the fun ones.
The Applebee's chicks.
Yeah.
I always heard shit about Applebee's chicks. They're really fun to be around.
Right?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Well,
Okay, so we have two more.
What?
We have two more.
Yeah.
The first one is gonna. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're all pretty gay.
Okay. All right.
You know how else are you gonna have a good would you rather to ask a dude?
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
There's no.
would you rather go to Florida or? Nah, you
Or
know,
Maine.
It's gotta be. It's gotta. You
Yeah.
know. So would you rather drink one hot 8-ounce glass of someone else's piss, fresh hot piss, 8 ounces of
You
it?
see him piss into a cup. That's how fresh it is.
right.
You have to take the whole 8-ounce cup, or one shot of jizz.
Whose?
Doesn't matter.
Your own.
Does
jizz?
it matter?
That
Not your own.
Okay.
Someone else's.
Oh, okay.
that one would be a question I have to actually like ponder for a minute.
Just a second, real quick. I'm gonna go back to something Greg just asked.
Right.
Oh shit.
Does it matter if it's someone? Would you drink your own jizz?
Huh? Yeah. If it was,
You drink your own jizz every day?
I would drink my own jizz.
You do?
In a heartbeat.
Do I? Yeah. It's full of protein, bro.
Right, and it's my protein.
Yeah. Duh.
I ain't scared of my protein.
It's just it's recycling.
Yeah. If it's somebody
Right.
else's piss or my own jizz, like, take my own bodily
Well,
fluids.
the way you asked, like, is it your own?
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Oh no, because my own, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. If
Either
it's somebody else's, I'm drinking
Either
piss.
I think that still makes you gay.
you ever never
I'm
licked
drinking
your hand
piss
when
all
you're
day.
done?
Maybe I'll drink piss. I don't know. Because that seems like it'd be easier,
Right.
huh?
But here's
Hot
the
piss?
let's break this down to science.
How
on
hot
this
are we
one.
talking?
Yeah.
Like, right out of
Like-
the faucet?
Right out of the tap, bro.
Oh,
98.6.
Fuck putting it in a cup. Just piss it in my mouth.
Ugh.
Let's-
What if it's more than 8 ounces, though? I often piss
No.
more than 8 ounces.
I will stop at 8 ounces.
But
My
you
mouth
don't
knows.
Oh, yeah, right.
Each,
This is 8 ounces.
each
Oh.
gulp is 1 ounce, bro.
Right. Look, let's
fuck
face
you.
facts about this.
Oh, God, dude. That's so much more than 8 ounces.
Well, it keeps going, man. It just stop already. But no.
You're all.
Here's what it boils down to: is we all know how the body works. The filtration system in your kidneys and all that bullshit cleans that piss out. That's why you
It's-
can live off
Allegedly.
it for a couple of days.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Semen comes straight from the source, so it's pretty clean too. But if it's not mine, I'm gonna go with the piss.
I don't know if semen that could have STDs in it too.
But,
Right.
but what if
It's so good piss, I guess. Too.
the dude drank like a shitload of pineapple juice or something?
Oh, I'd be all about
You know,
You
put a
changed my mind, man.
it. Yeah,
put a little shot.
my
of,
wife.
That's
tells
all
me
you
it
had to
works,
say was
so-
Put a little
pineapples,
shot of
little-
Malibu in it.
Right.
Got a little.
Fuck. Yeah, if he could put it in a cup, I
Why'd
could
you
put
make
it
that
on ice
sound?
and mix it with Malibu. Fucking urine all day.
Shit, I'll drink anything with Malibu in it.
Right.
You got Malibu? Fuck, let's do this.
Greg's like, I'll drink Malibu off a dick.
Who says I haven't?
Yeah, I just don't know if I could do the semen thing, dude. It all boils back to oysters.
Wonder if he just. What if he boiled it?
Boiled his piss that's already warm.
No, like semen.
I think if you
would just
boiled
thicken it
semen, it
more.
would just go away. Yeah,
Hey,
they'd put that shit on mashed potatoes.
What if
It
you
turns
made a
like
roux
gravy.
out of it? what if
did you see?
what if you put some flour in it and made a gravy?
Did you guys see the article that says you could use fucking blood instead of eggs as a substitute for baking because it's the same thickness and consistency as
Ew.
proteins?
Gross.
They have the fucking full on like what you would need to do it, like how much blood to make it work. It's like I think I
Gross,
can't
man.
remember like 30.
Yeah,
grams.
that's a little wacky.
I was like, whoo.
Have you seen the?
If you're in a pinch though, you could use your own blood. Bake
have you
a
seen
cake.
the Cooking with Semen cookbook?
No, I have not.
Look it up on
Yes, you
Amazon.
have. We've talked about
Oh,
it.
did we?
We've talked about it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All the
right.
recipes. and-
Yep.
Oh, maybe we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a long time ago. It was a
yeah.
long time ago.
It's been off for a minute now, huh?
Yeah.
Hot
It
minute.
had. I think it even had like a.
Hot minute.
What was it called? Cooking.
Cooking with Semen.
Remember that dude that fucking?
And it's not about the Navy.
Did he chop off? One of the dudes chopped off his own dick and cooked that up for people. Remember that article?
No.
He served it up.
Oddly enough, I think I do know this article.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
what
Was
I
like
he
remember.
took-
German? And
Yeah, he
had
was a German
super
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
rich lawyer behind him, so it was all legit.
Yep.
And he hired a guy
Yeah.
that let him eat him over time, and he
Yeah.
started with the penis.
Yep.
Cooking with semen. 50 delicious recipes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I have
Are
one
they
delicious
delicious?
recipe. My one delicious recipe is
Yeah.
called a facial,
Right.
and I don't have to eat it, and I can go to bed afterwards.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Does somebody else eat it?
I've been married for 16 years, so.
So no.
So,
So
no.
no.
Nobody eats
3
it.
kids, I had sex 3 times, that was it, no moss. Now I just sit lonely in a bathroom by myself for 20 minutes.
Damn, it takes 20
20
minutes.
minutes.
18 minutes of that is crying.
Lubing up.
It's trying to get the lube out of your tear ducts.
Correct. Special leg drops for that one. Oh, yeah.
Using your own tear for lube.
We've all been there
Yeah. Life gets hard,
with tears.
right?
What's your next?
Well-
Would you rather?
Should we do one more? We do have one more.
Yeah.
Dude, we could play this game all night long. Bring it on.
Okay. I've got one more. And this one actually goes right off of the other one. I didn't realize that I had one that it has one of the same choices in it.
Oh, okay.
So in this one, you still have the option of drinking a hot glass of someone else's piss
Right.
Okay.
Or Dr. Pepper.
We've established that.
or drinking a can of Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, I might go with the piss on that one. Dr. Pepper, you know, it's
It's
prune
warm,
juice. It's
too.
for old people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Dr. Pepper's warm?
Oh,
Then I'll
yes.
take the piss.
So would you rather
I
drink...
love Dr. Pepper.
Me too, actually. Would you rather drink an 8-ounce glass of someone else's hot piss or eat one hot dog sliced size piece of your own shit?
Piss.
Piss all
Piss.
day long.
So
I'm
like
not
a
eating-
quarter
nope.
inch slice
You don't even have to
of
go
your
any
own
further.
shit. Just
Dude, the way that my
Ugh.
shits have been going lately, it ain't hot dog sized and it ain't full. It's seaweed.
Ugh.
I ate some the other day, man. It's been like blowing out seaweed. I'm waiting for a great white shark for Shark Week to
you know,
come out.
you know what? You need a bidet, bro. Just blast that ass off,
Love the bidet.
dude. I can't wait to get back into one of those hot wing challenges. Don't do that.
You do a hot wing challenge down here?
We haven't yet, but
We're gonna try to.
I'm
I
making
think.
a collection of. You've seen the show Hot Ones
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm making a collection of the hot sauces from the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someday I want to do it.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Call me up.
So
I
I've
will
got-
be here in a heartbeat for that.
I have the bomb one
Right.
that everybody
Right.
freaks out about. Dude, that thing, fuck.
It's so fucking hot.
It's not even. It's consistently the third from the end on the show. Like there's two that are hotter on Hot Ones,
Yeah.
but it's always the one that makes everybody go like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like it's so bad.
Really?
It's fucking hot, dude.
The
We
reason
could
is
try some when we go upstairs. It's
the
fucking
reason
hot.
the reason is it doesn't taste good.
That's the kicker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
I love me some spicy hot food. Don't get me wrong. I don't care how hot you make it,
Oh, you will.
but if the
You
taste
will.
is like shit, I
Yeah.
don't care.
So I've been so into this Hot Ones show in the past, I don't know, probably a year or so.
Right.
Like, been on this hot sauce train that I've found out why this one is so shitty and why the good hot sauces are good. So the good hot sauces are made from whole ingredients. The whole pepper,
Right.
they mix a bunch of stuff and it tastes good and it gets really fucking hot depending on what pepper you use.
Right.
But the really gross ones and those are the hottest ones,
Yeah.
is because they use a extract. They use a pepper extract.
Oh no
And
shit!
so
they're
that
not
makes
using
it
a pepper.
super hot, but it's super concentrated, so it tastes
So-
horrible.
Which is funny because the last time we were up in Washington, I say that like we go a lot. I took the family on a vacation,
Yeah.
Right.
bought a new minivan, drove out to Washington.
Did the whole minivan.
Did the whole everything
Yeah.
thing, which we can talk about. But when I got down to what is it, Pikes Peak the pier, went through and there was a dude selling hot sauce,
Yeah.
and it was all extract. And so he would dip a little toothpick in, you'd taste it, and it'd burn the shit out of your mouth, but it
Right.
tasted horrible.
Yeah.
But it was all extract. It was not actually made from the peppers.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Oh, you want me to send you a case?" I'm like, "No, this is shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a fresh made,
Yeah.
hotter than hell, hot sauce because the flavor I can get through.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
The heat I can get through. The flavor is what makes it worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with this whole concept. You ever do the swing challenge, you call me the fuck
Oh,
up.
we will. We will.
Yeah.
The problem with that though is a lot of these hot sauces he's going to be using are all the extract ones, right?
No.
Doesn't he use all extract ones?
No.
Is that the only one?
There's only that's probably the only one on the show that they use, and they just keep that one around because it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's hotter than shit, and it just doesn't taste good.
Right.
Like
Didn't you say for a while it was the last one?
it used to be. It used to be number 10. It
Yeah.
used to early in the show. It's
Right.
like 9 seasons in now.
Right.
And so the company that does the show is called Heatonist. They make
Yeah.
all the sauces,
Hedonist.
and
That's a play on words.
yeah. So they make 3 of the they make 3 of the sauces that are in the lineup. The first, like one of the first ones, one in the middle, and then
Right.
the one that's called the Last Dab. It's the
Yeah.
hottest one. And but
Dude,
they're all
they don't
actual,
fuck around with the last dab either.
But
It's
they-
like fucking
But they're all
Really?
they're all a real ingredients
Yeah.
mixed to make it good. Yeah.
right.
They're not
Yeah.
used with extracts.
Dude, that last dab, man. He always tells people too, like, no, this is just a tradition, but he like puts the pressure on, and then he always you just dump as
Douse
much.
that
And
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because that's one
Yeah,
thing. Like I
but
cook a lot with
everybody
hot
else-
sauces, and it's like I'll make a pot of chili and I'll have the super hot shit, and it's
Yeah.
like bloop bloop.
yeah.
But these guys are pouring
Yeah.
that on. Yeah, no bueno.
That last
yeah.
dab, dude. The
Right.
last dab fucks people up. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, bro. We'll call you. We'll have you down.
Yeah, for sure. I will
Well,
come
down
down.
here. I'm
I will
working-
cook wings for that one. I will come down here and cook for you
Hell
for
yeah.
that one.
Let's
Hell
do
yeah.
that.
Dude, that
Let's
would be
do
yeah.
that.
What are we waiting? Why aren't you doing that
Yeah.
right now?
Well, I never thought about it. I had fucking de-thawed chicken in the house before I came over.
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
brought those over, threw them on a grill.
Yeah. Why are we
yes.
doing this?
Well, you look at
So-
me. Obviously, I'm quite the sizable man. It's because I love to cook.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we'll cook everything all day long.
Nice.
I've been
Dude.
going through this phase lately of trying to find the perfect recipe on an air fryer. You know what
Yeah.
I've decided?
What's that?
There is
Air fryers are fucking stupid.
Okay.
There is nothing good for those except for frozen French fries and onion rings.
Right. Okay.
But I've tried. I've tried a lot of different things in those things, and no, it just
Yeah.
doesn't work it out.
Right. What about those newfangled fucking all-in-one? What are they? Pressure cookers?
Yep.
I heard
Oh,
those
one
are
of those.
badass.
They actually quite are. Like,
Yeah.
I will go for the pressure cooker every day.
So,
Yeah.
we just bought. Not just about.
Instapot.
Yeah. Instapot. That's what.
We
it is.
bought one called. It's the Ninja one. It's the Ninja Foodie.
Right.
And this thing
Yep.
is fucking legit, bro.
Dude.
It's got the pressure cooker. It's got the
The browner, the air fryer.
air fryer, everything.
It's
So,
all
dude,
incorporated in.
you could take like a 1 pound chunk of solid frozen hamburger
Yeah.
meat
Yep.
and just throw it in there and shut the lid, and in 20 minutes it's cooked. Like,
Really.
done.
All of my
Wow.
friends like to give me shit about my ribs,
Right.
how good they are, and how I cheated. Because you can take a rack of ribs,
Right.
fold it, put it in that thing, and hit it for 40 minutes, and they're cooked. Then you take them outside, slather them,
Then
throw
you
them
do
on
the
a grill.
magic on it.
Yeah, then you do the magic on it, and they're like, "That's not how you cook ribs. You got to spend all day." And I'm like, "Fucker, I like to eat.
Yeah.
I'm a fat guy. I want to eat now." 40
they
minutes in
fall
a
off the
crock
bone?
pot. Oh yeah, totally.
Ooh.
There
It's
is
the
no.
pressure.
It's the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
The pressure
Look,
cooker.
I grew up my whole life. Once again, back to the LDS thing.
Yeah.
My mom pressure cooked the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
The only thing with this is it's not gonna kill you when it blows up,
Right.
unlike my mother's shit.
Yeah.
Like you had to be on like
It was a
DEFCON
bomb.
watch. Yeah, it was a bomb.
Yeah.
And they've nailed these pressure cookers down now that, like, seriously, dude, go buy a rack of ribs,
Yeah.
throw them in your pot for 40 minutes,
Right.
slather them up, throw them on a grill.
Yeah.
In the same amount of time that it takes to cook a rack of ribs, you've got them cooked, prepped, on the grill, on the table in 40 minutes. It's amazing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jesus.
You know what?
What are we even fucking waiting for? Why don't we
So I
have
was
our
just gonna
Instapot down
you
here?
know what, John? We need to hook up more, bro, because I'm the same way. We're always throwing big old shindigs over here,
Right, right.
cooking a bunch of goddamn food for everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's so much fun. Like,
It's just great.
yeah.
It's great. You remember living at the old house? We had parties all the time.
Yeah.
Some of the funnest, we did sushi parties. My friend would come over, roll sushi for everybody, teach them how to roll it.
Yeah.
And by the end of the night, we all forgot because we were drinking sake all night long. I mean, we were getting fucked up. That's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing this one here coming up in August. Like I said, it's more me and my wife just want to entertain.
Right.
Because we love to do that.
Right.
My buddy and his prison thing is coming down to a head. It's August. It's like 5 of my friends' birthdays.
Right.
We're going to cook the shit out of whatever. Oh, your guy up on the stage.
Yeah. Gabe.
Gabe. I just want him to come over and hang out. I don't want to feel like he has to do anything.
Right.
You know, but I want him to come hang out. Realize there's people in this town that aren't
Yeah.
either uber super religious about something
Right.
or they don't have time. Like, Gabe seems like a good guy to me.
Yeah.
Come over and hang at my
He
house.
is a good guy.
As
You're
long as he
going
drinks.
to love him.
Yeah. He's
Right.
Great.
I
He's great.
noticed that off the bat when I met him. I was like, you
That's
were a
funny
good guy.
because that's funny when you saw his picture on our scrolling our
Right.
photo thing.
Right.
You're like, hey, I've seen that guy, and you mentioned how you were sort of there's like a magnet, like you're drawn to
I was
him.
just drawn to him.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
Like
That's funny.
he just has that. There's
just-
something about
Charisma.
him. Like
That's
you
what it
could
is.
just see him, and you just
Charisma.
you just want to talk to the
Right.
guy.
Like, I saw the guy who was bringing food in, and I thought he was one of those Uber Eats or one of those delivery guys.
Oh yeah, like Grubhub.
But what the difference was is he was actually wearing an apron.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So I was like, who the fuck are you? Oh, my name's Gabe. He did his whole thing, you know, trying to push his business, which is great. I support
Right.
that 100%. But I looked at him and I was like, within minutes, I'm like, dude, I'm having a barbecue. You just need to come.
yeah.
Oh, I'll bring you this. I'll bring you this. I was like, no. I'm not
That's it.
hiring you.
Yeah.
That's him, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I just want you to come hang out and realize that there's people in this town,
Right.
sorry, that are one, foodies,
Right.
and two, we might teach you something. Just
Right.
come hang out.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always like the instant I met him, I just wanted to
Yeah.
be friends with him.
Yeah. He's a
You
cool
know,
guy.
so cool. Yeah, that's
that guy.
great.
Yeah, we had a team for the Relay for Life a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And he supplied the pulled pork for
Nice.
and we sold pulled pork sandwiches.
Dude,
Dude,
sold
we
the
did
shit.
so good just because we threw that Fats Barbecue name on it.
Yep.
Everyone around was like, they were coming out of the woodwork just because they could smell it for miles. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well, and that was the thing is like now here's the deal is I love taco wagons.
Right.
always have loved a taco wagon. Something
If you
better
don't
than
love a
others.
taco wagon, fuck
right,
you.
right,
Hey, hey, you don't like taco wagons?
Fuck,
Fuck
you.
you.
right.
Yeah. Hey, John, you like taco wagons?
I love fucking taco wagons, dude. They're in
'Cause
fact,
if you don't,
Fuck you.
you.
fuck you.
Here's the thing about that. One of the guys I work with, who is a Mexican, can explain to me taco wagons all day long.
Right.
But once I see a Mexican ordering ribs and macaroni
Yeah.
for his lunch, something's got to be good about this
Right,
shit.
right, right.
Something has to be stellar. So I asked the guy, I'm like, well, where are you located? He's like, dude, I cook out of my backyard.
It's all
Yeah.
underground, bro.
Which makes me go even more like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So you're not going through all the government bullshit to make sure your food's good. You just make good food.
Yeah.
I might get AIDS off this? Cool. Like,
Yeah.
bring it on. Like,
Right.
the guy seems to be legit.
Did you say you might get AIDS off this?
Well, you can
Yeah,
get
that's
AIDS
all.
off anything.
Oh, you
nowadays.
can, man. I got
Right.
AIDS just touching this phone.
Dude, I
That's
got
my own
AIDS
phone.
drinking
Your own
PBR like 20 years ago, and I'm
Yeah.
still drinking PBR.
Hell
so-
yeah.
I've got a story about PBR. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Right. Well, you might want to wait. This is my last one, and then I have to start dipping into your guys' little funky glasses of
Hell
rum
yeah.
and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Rum and prune juice.
Delicious.
But no.
Delicious.
Thrilled. Stoked to see that guy up there. I just met him a week ago. I think that Fats Barbecue thing is awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. And he was like telling me flat out, he's like, I'm trying to get a truck. I'm like, so am I, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll help you out any way I can. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd rather be supportive
Right.
of a guy like that, guys like you,
Aw.
than the dipshit that comes into my store on a daily
Aw.
basis. Like, aw, fist bumps. Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop.
But I'd rather be supportive of that
Right.
than the guy that's like, hey, man, this is what I do. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
he's
care.
I like
the,
this guy.
he's the real deal, man.
I like this
And
guy.
his food is top notch, man. It's good.
Dude, and he's selling it from here to Pocatello? That's awesome.
Fucking Blackfoot, too, man.
Right.
Sells everywhere,
Free
man.
free delivery
I
anywhere.
forgot
No
Pocatello's
shit.
frozen Blackfoot.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy is great.
dude, he's
That guy is
he's
great.
the shit. He's the shit.
But that's why I want him to come over, because my wife's going to cook. Me and my drunken friends are going to cook.
Yeah.
I have a buddy that I work with, just met a chick on the internet years ago. Just married her. She's
Yeah.
from Texas.
Ooh.
Holy shit, she's ready. She's down. She's like,
cook?
dude, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we're talking real Texas Southern kind of flair food.
That's where Gabe's from too.
R-
He's from Texas.
oh, that's what he told me. That's
Yeah.
what he told me. That's right.
It's all Texas style
So-
barbecue.
And I told him, I said, dude, if you want to bring anything to share, I'm not paying your shit, but you just come and share, cool, because this lady, she wants to do catfish. She wants to do all kinds of things she misses.
Did it go out?
There it went right there.
Sometimes that happens.
Hell yeah. Well, sometimes we have kids because we didn't pull out in time, but this pulled out on its
Pull
own.
out, man. What's that?
Don't know. But no, I'm just excited to have like a good old day of good old food. All these crawdads are going to be coming straight from around here.
Like, when you say good old food, like, do you just leave it out for a few days and then you eat it?
Yep.
Like, it's old?
Gets a little bit of that moldiness
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, a
And
little
I'm leaving it on my
penicillin.
back.
It's like a teenager's room.
Right.
You just go in there, like,
Oh Jesus
maybe.
Christ, dude!
eh.
I don't want to talk about teenagers' rooms.
Dude, it's the
Dear
worst.
God.
Fuck
It's
me,
the fucking worst,
dude.
dude.
Hold on. So we sometimes our kids get a little crazy. You know,
Right.
they like to in the middle of the night. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you get a little hungry. You know.
Get those hunger pains in the middle of the night.
Dude, so I used to do some crazy shit when I was a teenager. Like I would go upstairs and grab a pack of ramen noodles.
Right.
And I'm not gonna eat them raw, you know. So I'd get my mom's like coffee pot. And
Right.
I'd take it downstairs and I'd make hot water in her coffee pot in my bedroom and
Yeah.
cook up some ramen noodles.
Yeah.
So we
I did that shit in the Navy.
sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I'll come down and like inspect our teenager's bedroom and I'll find some weird shit, man. Like I found a can of garbanzo beans. It looked like a rat chewed the lid off of it. And like half of them are gone. Like, why'd you pick garbanzo beans, dude?
It was the only thing there was to eat, Dad.
But the other day, so we had every once in a while, because my wife and I are eating a different way than the kids are a lot of the time. So sometimes we'll cook them like a hamburger helper. And we had this big old Tupperware thing of leftover hamburger helper in the
Right.
fridge. I didn't even think about it it wasn't in the fridge anymore. I don't know. So I went down to our son's room one day.
Yeah.
This was a week or two ago, and I found this Tupperware container half full of Hamburger Helper on his bed underneath his blanket,
Oh,
just like
Jesus
tipped
Christ.
sideways on his mattress.
Right.
And so I showed my wife. I was like, "Hey, you got to see this." She came down, and we've been dealing with this for a lot. Like we find like apple cores under pillows and stuff.
Right.
Like at least put it in the garbage.
Yeah.
So she looks up there and she grabs it and she just dumped it upside down on his bed, just fucking poured it all out and then just threw his blanket over the top
Nice.
of it. Like fuck this. And we never said a word to him.
Yeah.
Never said a word to him about it.
Did he ever say a word back?
He didn't
Or
say
did
a
he
word
just
back.
clean it and
Just all of
deal
a
with
sudden one day that Tupperware thing was in the sink in the kitchen. We asked our daughters about it and she's like, "Oh yeah, I saw him come up with it and he just dumped it in the garbage." Like so he scooped it all back in there.
Yeah.
it? Dude, there are
Fucking
times I walk
teenagers
down
will
to
do
my
some crazy
teenager's
shit.
room and it's just like, I don't even know. I don't even have to open the door. It's so wedged full of shit. The door's already open. And then, like, you can see his trail of destruction to the couch so he can play Nintendo, PlayStation. And I'm just like, oh my god.
It only gets worse, bro.
Right?
It only gets worse, man.
Right?
Pretty soon they
dude?
start
Just
bringing
like,
just like moldy ass plates up. You're like, while you're doing dishes, you're like, dude, you know what? You could probably just do those yourself because that's been in your room for like a month.
hold on,
You're
we're
doing
on
dishes
one
and you're like, "Why do we only have one fork?"
Oh,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Dude, so everything
Like
I just
20
was
forks
about to say,
downstairs.
you just summed it up.
Yep.
I'm cooking dinner last night and using the air fryer, making fish and chips in an air fryer. Like,
Right.
that's good.
Yeah.
I literally turn around because I cooked beans. I'm like, where the fuck are all the forks? Yeah, they're all downstairs under his bed.
Yeah.
You know,
Under his
they're all
bed?
like 4 plates, all moldy as shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god.
Would it kill you to just bring them back?
You took it down, you can bring it back up.
Dude, you've
That's
been
the
up here
fucking
fucking
point.
1,000 times.
You use my shower.
Yeah.
You don't even shower in your own shower. You have to come upstairs, bring your shit with you.
Dude, it got so bad in our house with him that when he left, we were like, "You're not coming back. You cannot come back, dude.
You're
we,
done."
We
Most
gut-
parents are like, "You always have a home
Yeah.
here."
Nah.
You're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
nah,
you."
you ain't got
Fuck
shit.
you. We gutted all the bathroom and that whole room, dude. We had to redo everything.
Oh yeah,
We
oh,
redid
yeah.
everything because you ruined him.
Were we that gross at
No,
that age?
I was never that gross.
I
dude.
don't think we were either. I think they're
Never.
so used to, like, if I was allowed to eat down in the basement to
Yeah.
watch TV,
Yeah.
if I didn't bring my shit up, I was getting my ass beat.
Oh yeah,
You know, and it's like now I go down there and I look and there's like a stack of plates,
yeah,
32 forks hanging out because hence you have no forks,
yeah.
and one like slotted spoon. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that even for?
Yeah.
And then
What did you
got
do
like,
with this?
Yeah, why did you have that? Oh, there's 12 socks that are looking
Yeah.
at me right now, needing to be washed. Like I don't.
They're all
know
stiff,
What the
they're all
fuck.
wrecked
yeah.
as
Yeah,
fuck.
you're like, I
Like,
don't even know what
He
you
just
were
leans up
doing
against
down
the
here.
wall.
This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah,
You actually
14-year-olds
step
are
on
gross.
them and it just cracks.
Teenagers are so nasty.
Dude, they're
Dude,
so
they're
bad.
the worst.
They're so
Yeah, that's
bad.
funny.
And
I
that's
don't-
funny because my kids, like, I didn't enforce that enough with them, you know, because I have an instant family. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So, you know, I met her. She had a 5-year-old, 7-year-old. I raised them pretty much, you know.
Right, it's awesome.
Right. But I didn't enforce that enough. Like, hey, bring up your stuff or, you know,
Well, where do
until
you draw
later,
that
you
line
know.
is what it boils down
Right,
to.
right. Well, now with my younger two, they don't. I don't let them do shit.
Right.
I'm like, nope.
Right.
Every once in a while, my little one will like sneak a bowl of cereal downstairs. I'm like, what are you doing?
Nah.
That's not good, man. Get it out of here. You know?
We have
Well,
the
and that's
same
my
thing.
thing. I don't give a fuck if he takes it down there.
Yeah.
But I know where I live.
Yeah.
We got ants.
Yeah.
You leave that shit sitting for a day,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got ants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ants are fucking horrible too.
You know what I found? What I found worked is maybe it just worked for my boys because they must be scared of spiders. But I was like, yo, the hobos are coming out. You leave your room looking like this,
Yeah.
it's a hobo fucking heaven, bro.
Right.
And I came home from work and it was all cleaned up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, and I
like,
keep
I'm not
trying.
fucking with spiders, huh?
That one will work for me for a while. And I think it works as long as one doesn't touch them.
It works
because
for
I
a
think
minute.
One,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's all clean bullshit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
A spider crawled on me last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get for leaving shit all over,
Yeah.
dude.
And I'm not taking you to the hospital.
Yeah, no. I would rather just like douse some bleach on his leg and be like, no, I'm not paying a bill for the hospital. It's a spider. Who gives a shit?
Sorry, man.
Better pour some Robitussin on that shit.
Right? Just sleep it
Bitch.
Just walk it off, pussy.
His leg falls off.
Greg, you know what?
What?
The time has come, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's that time.
What time is it?
You know what time it is.
No, I mean, I can look.
Back up to a parking lot time.
It's time for
Is that time already?
it's time for the Urban
Urban
Dictionary
Dictionary
phrase of the week. Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, already?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to give a shout out to my lovely wife this week.
Yeah.
She came through on a clutch, and
I mean, really wasn't a clutch. I mean,
Greg sort of just fucking did
I mean,
nothing.
what do you want me to do?
He
You
didn't do shit.
You're just like, oh, my wife's coming up with Urban Dictionaries now, so you don't have to do your job anymore. So, well,
Your one job for the show is to research Urban Dictionaries and send me good ones.
Yeah.
And you
And you
didn't send me a fucking one this week, and my wife did.
yeah.
She's never sent us one before. And today, just randomly, she's like, here's a cool Urban Dictionary.
To be fair, I only do it on Fridays usually, right? I don't send you them all week long. I'm not like, that's my only purpose in life
No,
is like,
that's-
what I'm going to look up today. Oh, here's one.
That's just my fantasy because I like think about the show all week and
Yeah.
make notes and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Greg's probably doing the
Yeah.
same thing with Urban Dictionaries. Even though I know you wait until you're writing over here and you're like, oh shit, I forgot. You like look at shit to get ideas. You're like, oh, trees. Oh, there's something about trees on Urban Dictionary.
I'm sure there is.
There is.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so tomorrow I'm taking the fam to see the new Lion King movie.
Right.
And so we thought it would be fitting for
Live action. How much is that going to cost you?
dude. We don't go to Edwards anymore.
Oh, okay.
Fuck Edwards.
What time
Ever.
is that shit
Ever.
starting? I'll go with you guys.
We go to the Center Twin.
All right,
they
I'm
show
going.
first run
I'm going.
movies.
Be
Yeah.
there.
Like half the price.
Just give me the time, man. I'll be there.
More than half the price.
Yeah.
More than half the price, and you get popcorn and drinks for like $7.
You can get popcorn and
Yep.
drinks for everybody for less than just tickets
Yeah.
at the other place.
Right.
So fuck that place.
Fuck Edwards.
Yeah, dude. Anyway,
All right, go on.
so we're going to take the family to see the new Lion King movie tomorrow. So my wife was like, you know what? Urban Dictionary. I'm sure they got
Yeah.
something.
Right.
So the Urban Dictionary phrase of the week this week is called the Lion King.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna go with the Simba, but
I was working that way too.
yeah, I know what that one is
The
actually.
Simba.
You know what the Simba is?
Oh yeah. I'm done.
Scared little squirrel crawls up your ass.
What?
Backs into a parking lot.
Wow. That's
You back into the
Simba.
parking lot, and
and you're just
some guy's like, everything the light touches is in your asshole,
what?
faggot.
Dad?
Dad? Dad, I saw you in my dreams. Touch my asshole.
Oh, Greg, shit, bro. Your dad didn't even recognize your bike when you pulled up?
What the fuck?
Like, that used to be yours.
Dad?
Oh, my God. All right, so this week's Urban Dictionary phrase of the week is the Lion King.
Right.
So, when having sex, you pull...
It's not me, man.
Is that
Oh.
your butt plug?
No, it's my wife was just calling.
Okay.
I thought I turned it all off. I'm
Greg, I tell him not to use his butt plug when we're recording.
sorry.
But sometimes he leaves it on vibrate.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Stimulated.
Well, turn it down a little.
No, turn it up.
So it's not
No.
so, you know. All right. So when having, when the
What if
Lion
it was a
King,
metal chair?
will you let me read this?
It's just like,
Dude, I've been holding my bladder for like a minute and a half waiting for this so I can go to the bathroom.
Okay. When having sex, you pull out right before you nut.
Okay.
You unload it into your hand, into your palm.
I don't like this already.
You get the girl to face you, and before she realizes, you use your thumb to smear some semen across her forehead and say, Simba.
Yeah, I knew it.
Just a little...
I've read that one before.
Simba.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's almost as good as the Abe Lincoln.
Man. Yeah, dude.
Now you got me wondering.
Simba.
I bet there's one for a period, too. You can do that with
Oh,
period
God.
blood.
This is where I go to the bathroom.
You just reverse that and just like when a girl's on her period, she just does it to your forehead with her period blood.
So the Simba is after intercourse when you come all over a girl's stomach, you take a swipe off with your index finger and wipe it on her forehead and say Simba.
Yeah.
That's like the exact same thing pretty
Yeah.
much. Except on the Lion King, you're loading up your palm.
Yeah.
This is just like on her,
Anywhere.
just
Yeah. You could just probably save yourself some trouble and just use your dick to do it. Yeah, just when you're unloading, just be like, just, yeah.
give it a schmear.
Simba. Yeah.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Dude, how excited are you to see Lion King?
Dude, you know what? There's been a lot of those movies that have come out lately that I haven't seen yet.
Right.
That I want to see all of them.
Right.
But I decided Lion King is like the big one.
Yeah.
The big one. And so I'm like, we're doing this.
Okay.
We're going to see the Lion King.
All right.
Still haven't seen Aladdin.
Right.
I never saw Dumbo yet. I didn't even know that one was really coming out. But there's a live action Dumbo out.
Right.
A live action.
I don't know how
Aladdin.
well that did or not.
I think it did great.
Yeah.
My kids loved it. Fucking Toy Story 4.
Yep.
There's
There's a grip
quite a few of
for a
those.
person who doesn't like to go to see movies. Sure, do you want to see a
Dude,
lot
I
of them.
love going to movies. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, since when?
Since always.
You just told me, oh, I didn't like to watch movies when I was young.
No, I didn't say I didn't like
Yeah,
to.
you did.
No, I didn't. Fuck
I'm
you.
pretty sure you did.
I listen,
Pretty sure you
listen,
said
bro. I
Okay, pal.
just didn't go to the theater a lot when I was a kid.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I played outside. You know, I
Yeah.
went to the beach. You know, I did shit
When the fuck did you go to the beach? When you were like
like
8?
my whole fucking life.
When you were like your whole 8th grade year or something?
No, I lived here in 8th grade.
Oh. So your whole, I don't know, 6th grade year?
Oh man, I grew up in San Diego and Orlando. Went to the beach all the fucking time.
I mean, you grew up till you were like 12?
And then we moved here when I was 15.
Oh.
All right?
All that shit changed, didn't it?
Yeah, there's no more beaches. Ain't no beaches here except Rigby Lake. You want some stagnant river water in your mouth?
Good luck. You might survive. I don't know.
Oh, shit, man. Well, let's wait for our guest to get back in here and we'll shut her down, bro.
All right, man.
We're pushing it. Yeah.
There he is.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
No, you should be.
Well,
Just kidding.
It's all good, bro.
It's all
it
good.
it goes back to the questions of drinking piss. Not gonna do it, so I'm just gonna use the bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
What did I miss? Did I miss anything?
Oh, nothing,
Nah,
nothing.
Good.
We read what the Simba is in the Urban Dictionary, and it's basically the exact same thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except for it's not in the hand; it's just on the wherever.
Whatever.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm
Small
going
back.
with the thumb across the forehead.
Well, it still ends up doing. They still end up doing it, but instead of loading your hand with it, you just pop it wherever, and then.
Wherever it happens to.
Yeah.
land.
Simba.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
That was a fun show.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks,
John.
man.
Yeah,
It
we
was
had
a pleasure having you
hope
out
you
here.
had a good
yeah.
time.
It was fun.
Anytime. I mean, I love to do this. I love to hear my own voice, so it's always a good thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. We had a good time.
We
Good.
did.
So that's episode 76, Greg. Wrapping it up
Right on.
from Greybush Studios. So I guess that's it, bro.
All right.
Till next week, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Greg.
And we out, bitch.
Real talk, motherfuckers.